Throwback Thursday.
Are y'all excited? Are you really excited? I snuck in on the second phase, came out about a couple days early, snuck in and see what was happening. So I had the opportunity to attend there last night. And I told them at the end of the night that the best was yet to come. So are y'all excited? I'm going to really need you to be excited and help me through the next 25 minutes. I want to thank John, Rick, and Glenn, really, for everything they do for this company and everything they've done. I want to thank the home office staff who attended this trip. And please give it up for the PFN crew. Jock and all of them who, y'all just are phenomenal. I don't know how y'all get around to all the places and take the pictures and do all that stuff. I am challenged with technology, so I don't know how we do something and then before we finish doing it, y'all have it up there. And that's just amazing to me. But all I know is I want to win. Y'all want to win? Yeah. Now that was weak. See, I really want to win. Do y'all want to win? Yeah. Do you really want to win? Yeah. So over the next few minutes, I want to talk to you about winning. I want to talk to you about the mindset that you got to have when you leave here in the morning or tomorrow and go home. I want to talk about, I hope you go back differently than how you came, because that's what it's going to take to get to the next level. You know, one of the things I recognize is if you don't, the train is leaving the station. You know, the company's made some calls, they've made some decisions, they put some things in place, and all that time the train been warming up and the conductor's been getting ready, and now the train is about to take off. And you know, everybody that's in this room tonight, you got a ticket. See, your ticket was when you won this trip. And you made a decision for the company to give you a ticket. And now you got to decide what you're going to do with it. See, when you get back, you can put that ticket away, and over the next 6 months, it'll be no more valuable than it was when they gave it to you. Or you can go back home and really take that ticket and look at it every day and work at it every day and make it valuable, and that ticket will take you to Boca, right? That ticket can take you to Atlanta, to the convention. Am I right? So the question becomes, what are you going to do with your ticket? Now, if you're not an RVP, stand up. Quick. Now, if you're not an RVP, your ticket is to become one. Y'all hear me? Your ticket is to become one. Give all them a hand. And see, you got to understand that what this company just decided is that we really only have 2 levels in this company. We only have RVPs and RVPs in training, right? Right? And you got to decide when you're going to go to RVP. Are you going to go by Boca? Are you going to go by Atlanta? But one thing for sure, you got to go, right? 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 And if you're RVP, you got to go SVP. You're SVP, you got to go NSD. If you're NSD, you got to go SNSD. See, we got to create promotion explosion. We got to have people doing things that we, in a shorter period of time than we've ever done before. And see, the price you're going to have to pay to do that, you know, people always ask me, they say, Ivan, what does it take to build a big business? What does it take to really be successful? And I'm being honest with you. It takes about 18 to 24 months of just being crazy. It takes 18 to 24 months of going in a tunnel and doing things like you haven't ever done it before. Now, I don't know what's going to cause you to do that. I don't know what your why is. I don't know what it's going to take to make you snap. But I promise you, your life will be different 18 to 24 months after you do. See, in 1985, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I made a decision that I was going to go do something special with my life. Now, I had been in the business for 4 or 5 years. I had fiddle-faddled around with the opportunity. I had even made RVP, but I didn't work. I didn't put forth the effort. I was just kind of coasting along. And then something happened in my life to make me snap. And for 24 months, I got up at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and I worked from 9 or 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock every night for 2 straight years. I only took off Thanksgiving. I only took off Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. People say, well, didn't you take New Year's? That ain't no holiday. New Year's Day ain't no holiday. That's a change of a year. Am I right? Right? People party New Year's Eve. Guess what they at New Year's Day? They home. So no, I worked that day. But it took 18 to 24 months. Now, I'll tell you a secret. All my leaders that I built, all my first generation RVPs, ultimately were recruited during that 2-year period of time. All of them got recruited in the base. All of them got field trained in the base. All of them got the training they needed during that 2 period of time that caused me to build the hierarchy that I have today. And see, you got to decide, folks. You got to decide. I'm a sports fanatic, and I woke up in the morning, and I don't cut on the news. I cut on ESPN because that's the only important news. I need to know what happened in the sports world. Because, see, I learned something about news a long time ago. By the time they tell it to you, it already happened. So there's nothing you can do about it. And Art Williams told me, never worry about things you can't control. So I can't control what something that's already happened, so I don't need to listen to it. So my news is ESPN. And I cut on ESPN this morning, and I caught Urban Myers giving a speech to the Ohio State football team. And I sat there and I said, man, and he was talking about, that Ohio State team that maybe dropped a little bit, and they brought him in to bring them back to the standard that they used to be into. And he was talking to them about the difference between being average and being great. He said, I didn't come out of retirement to coach no average team. I came out of retirement for us to build a great team. He said, as your coach, I'm going to push you. He said, I believe everybody in this room got a little piece of greatness in them. And as your coach, I'm going to push your butt to the limit. And I'm going to find out whether you got it. And if you got some greatness in you, I'm going to get it out you. And I said, man, in Primerica, everybody in this room tonight, guess what? Guess what? You got some greatness in you. You've done something special. You won a daggone contest. You've competed against the best, and you got the job done and put the ball in the end zone, right? Right? See, the question going to be, are you going to continue on to be great, or are you going to go back home and be average and ordinary? And see, Art Williams told me it's easy to be average and ordinary. You can call me anything except average and ordinary. Who the devil want to be average and ordinary, right? It's time for us to go be great. How do you be great? Number one, you expect to win. You got to wake up every day and expect to win. Stop thinking that you got to get lucky. You got to expect to win. If you get up in the morning and put on your uniform and you prepare for battle, you need to expect to win the daggone battle. If luck don't get you there, preparation gets you there. Y'all ready to go prepare? Because, see, this is a battle. It's a battle for you and your family. See, price equals rewards, but you can't get them both at the same time. I see so many people that say, man, I don't mind paying the price, but you mean if you can get the reward at the same time. That ain't the way it works. You got to pay the price in advance. You got to go recruit the people in advance and give them time to mature, time to get licensed, time to develop themselves so you can get the rewards later. Them 2 years I put in, I didn't get the rewards immediately. But they came maybe 2 years later or 3 years later when a Lee Williams grew up, when a Melvin Jones grew up, when a Benson White grew up, when a Rob Davis grew up, when the leaders began to grow up and perform, then you get the rewards. Am I right? Now, I say you got to have courage to try. See, we got to give people the courage to try. But you know what? You got to have guts to finish. Because, see, you're going to get hit along the way. Trying won't get you there. You got to have guts to finish. You got to have some guts that when it gets tough, you still keep fighting. When everybody around you quitting, you'll still keep fighting. When everybody around you tell you you can't make it, that you stupid, why you keep doing that Primerica thing when you ain't making no money? It takes guts to finish. You got to develop that mental toughness, that special mental toughness that Art Williams instilled in the founders. Man, that was awesome. I feel so sorry for y'all that showed up late. I really do. Y'all that showed up late and missed those years to develop that mental toughness that we needed to go out and compete, to develop that will to win, like Olympic athletes do. You realize most Olympic athletes train from childhood? They train from childhood. You know, I was reading Gabby's story, and she moved away from her family. I'm like, I don't know, Christian, if I can let one of my kids go someplace and go to somebody else at that young age talking about a daggum dream of being an Olympian and the price they have to pay. And then they go train for 8 to 10 hours a day for years, before they get a shot. And then it's intense training for 4 years leading up to the Olympics just to get a shot. And I was watching one of the 400 meters or 800 meter races, and I was watching it, and it was for the gold. And it's later they get in a pack. I ain't never figured out why they run in a pack, okay? That ain't never made no sense, no way. You know, you just upping your odds for something stupid to happen, but they do it. Okay, but they got in a pack, and one of the girls hit her legs, and she tripped and fell, and she got on and she was on the mat, and she was just beating the mat. And people thought, well, doggone, why is she acting crazy? Because she done been working for 8 years for that moment, and she lost it because she tripped. And they said that was her second time tripping. In the last Olympics, she tripped going for the gold. In this Olympics, she tripped going for the gold. And I'm sitting there saying, damn. And our recruits can't get licensed. It only take a week. And they trip getting licensed. And they talk about they want to be somebody. I'm like, man, we got to really get people to understand you got a shot here, am I right? See, when life or business hits you, you got to get back up. You got to get back up because you're going to get hit. You got to get back up. Life is not about what happens to you, it's about how you react to it. I don't know when God gave me that vision, but he sent that message to me about 1985, 87. He said, life is not about what happens to you, it's all about how you react to it. That if you really believe in me, and you believe that I control all, that I don't make no mistakes, that anything I send in your life, I'm sending for a purpose. So I don't be concerned about what happens. I'm checking your attitude to see how you gonna react to it. See, are you going to be doubtful? Are you going to still be positive, exciting, motivated, even when the bad stuff show up? Because I sent it. I won't never send you more than you can handle, am I right? See, man, we gotta get that and be excited because all it is a test to see whether you're ready to go to the next level. You got to stand for something. You got to stand for something else you're going to fall for anything. See, we built this company on some values that we stood for something, and it wasn't about money. We stood for something. We had a crusade that we still got today of going out helping families and righting the wrong. And we walk around today acting like, well, we ain't got no crusade no more. People, and they tell me 80% of the people in the United States today don't have life insurance. And more people than that ain't prepared for retirement. And people ain't losing jobs every day and ain't got no future. And all those things are right in our business of what we do. But we ain't got no crusade. Maybe we don't have a crusade spirit. Maybe what we've done is turned this into a money-making opportunity instead of a people-helping opportunity. And see, money won't get you there. I promise you, if all you are here for the money, you won't make it. Because you won't be willing to fight through. Your belief level won't be strong enough. What you stand for won't mean enough for you to get to the other side if all you hear is for the money. See, right now, we might be a little bit too pretty. I worry about that. We might be a little bit too pretty. Might be a little bit too spoiled. We got all kind of videos. They do them that quick. We take you on a trip every 6 months. We take you to a fabulous place, and it's nice, it's nice. So now you begin to expect it and not appreciate it. We give you products that nobody in the industry can match, that you can do a sale, get it issued, and get paid in about 3 minutes. You got all kind of support at the home office that's unbelievable. Anything you ask for, they bend over backwards, jump through hoops, try to make it done. And you get paid every day, every day, every day. So I worry whether you're tough enough. And then you say, well, ain't no competition, so don't nobody fight, so we don't have no crusade. We don't have nobody to get nasty with. And then I figured out, we do have competition. And we do have somebody that can compete with. And we do have an enemy. You know who it is? Ourselves. See, we are our own competition. We are our own enemy right now. We got to decide how great we want to be. We got to decide how many RVPs we want to build. We got to decide how big a hierarchy we want. Are we going to get satisfied? Satisfied with just getting a little bit of piece of the pie when you can have the whole pie. And I'm talking about myself. I'm talking even to myself because I can't get satisfied where I'm at. I can't get satisfied at $1 million worth of income. I can't get satisfied with the small hierarchy I got. So we got a new company. And we got a new comp. And everybody said, man, what you think about new comp? What you think about new comp? I told them, if you ain't done nothing with old comp, you ain't going to do nothing with new comp. They ain't going to never create no comp to give you money without working. But in retrospect, new comp is not new comp. You know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's old comp. See, that's the comp we built the company on. That's the comp that produced all the RVPs. That's the comp that took this company to beat Prudential in 1984. It's old comp. See, when I got promoted to RVP, I had an 84% RVP contract, no bonuses. I gave up 82 code numbers as a replacement. They said, bill it, and then we're going to take everything you got, we're going to let you override it for 90 days, and then we're going to cut the cord, and you ought to be on your own. And we was excited about the shot to become an RVP in this great company. See, where I came from, I didn't think nobody would ever put regional vice president by my name. That was a big deal to me. It wasn't about the money. It was about the shot. You mean to tell me you think enough of me? You trust me enough? You believe in me enough to give me a chance to go recruit other people, train them, develop them, and help them build to become regional vice presidents? You believe in me enough to do that? And then as an RVP, I get to recruit, train, and develop and produce other RVPs where I can override their franchises and their stores for life, and we become business partners forever. See, Bob Turley used to always do something to me. I'll never forget it. And that was when bonuses were first introduced. And we were so excited about getting a 30% bonus off your base shop. And I would run a $30,000 base shop, and my bonus check would come in at $8,000 or $9,000. And I promise you, the phone would ring, and Bob would be on the other end, and I would be pumping. He would say, Ivan. I said, Bob, I'm so excited. My bonus check was $8,000, $9,000. And he would say, well, when you gonna build a hierarchy? He's gonna say, ain't you tired of having to crank it up every month? That's all you gonna do, chase a little bonus? And he kept me thinking about building RVPs. And I went to him one day and I said, Bob, I really want to be financially independent, man. And you tell me where you invest your money at. He looked at me. He said, I don't. I'm like, what you mean you don't? You making $2, $3 million a year. You got to be investing money. And I'm sure he was Christian, but he said, I don't. He said, I invest my money in my people. He said, see, Ivan, if I build RVPs is the best investment you can ever make in your lifetime. He said, it'll give you a higher return on your money than any mutual fund or stock ever will. He said, so you just need to build RVPs, and the rest will take care of itself. And I walked away from that thing, and I just followed his instructions. I'm a little boy from Columbia, South Carolina that grew up, didn't have a pot to pee in nor a window to throw it out of. So I wasn't going to be too complicated and try to use my brain like a lot of people. You got leaders trying to tell you how to win, and you trying to tell them why you can't. So I said, okay. And then I looked back, Chris, and I said, wait a minute. Now, Bob Coates makes $3 million a year, and I don't know how many RVPs he override, but it's a bunch. And Bob retired 15 years ago. And that code number is still paying $3 million. Now, it ain't doing that because of Bob. It's doing that because of the RVPs. Am I right? Am I right? Now, they ain't been gone 15 years, so $3 million times 12 times 15 is $45 million that is paid out over the last 15 years, and it's still paying out, and Lynn and Terry look like they having a good time. So I'm like, that sounds like something I would like to do. I need to have 100 RVPs. I need to have 200 or 300 RVPs. Am I right? So, see, I challenge you to, one, become an RVP, and two, let's go build an RVP factory. Because, see, once you build an RVP factory, you have a chance to be free, and you have a chance to live the dream. And, see, once you become an SNSD with a hierarchy that's doing $300,000 or $400,000 a year, the commercial that you saw with me and Sharon don't become a commercial no more. It becomes a way of life, because you do get to wake up every morning and say what you want to do today. You do have options in your life where you can be at every event for your child, that you can travel, and you can make a difference in your community, and you can make a difference in your family, and you can make a difference for your team. It ain't about all the stuff you can buy. It's about the freedom, time, and money that this business allows you to have. I'm free because of Primerica. I have a shot to do something special because of Primerica. I have a shot to change my family for generations to come because of Primerica and the fight that I fought and everything that I stood for and went through. I challenge you tonight, when you go home, go be a difference maker. Go back different. Don't go back the same. Don't go back saying we're going to be a good district, a division, a regional leader. Go back saying we're going to be RVPs. Say RVPs. Say RVPs. Say RVPs. And let's go make a difference and let's go kick some butt. Thank you.